Hello and welcome. My name's Dr. Tina Rae. I'm an educational and child psychologist. This is the 19th of my session of 20 short presentations for teens and tweens to promote mental health and well-being. This focus, the quick focus today, is on self-esteem, so I hope you find it useful. I think it's really important for us to know, all of us as human beings, that we are unique. In the whole world, there's no one quite like you. There are people who are different and people who are similar, but absolutely nobody is exactly the same. No one's been cloned, okay? We don't have the same thoughts, ideas, feelings, behaviours, dreams, words, hopes, fantasies, or appearance. We're all unique, and we all have the right to be valued for that uniqueness. I think you need to stop sometimes for a wee bit of time and think about what actually makes you a special person. Because again, I think we're all special. And it's not about pretending that we're perfect or that we have the perfect life, and everything about us and everything about our lives is wonderful and perfect all the time. What this is about is recognizing our strengths and our unique qualities so we can build on them and become stronger and more resilient. And this is really what having good self-esteem is all about. It protects us from the real down bits in life, those stresses and anxieties that all of us will experience. That's normal. A key fact to remember here is that self-esteem is not fixed. Just like we know now it's okay not to be okay on some days. We'll feel less happy, we'll feel a wee bit down. Other days we'll feel more bouncy, we'll be more able to have a positive mental attitude. But this is the same with self-esteem. Some days we'll feel really good about ourselves, really confident. Other days we won't. And we'll need to work harder to feel good about ourselves. This is entirely normal. What we can do is just try to accept ourselves and keep more positive and challenge our negative thoughts so that we protect the self-esteem that we have. Now, there are 14 ways that I think we can enhance or increase our self-esteem. And they're very simple ideas, and some of them you'll know and you may well be practicing yourself. But I think we can all build our self-esteem if we try and make reference or use of these ideas. So what do? I think it might be helpful when I present these or after I've presented them for you to sit down and talk together with friends, with your teachers, with your family, and think about anything else that you might be able to do now at this moment in time to boost your self-esteem and whether or not these resonate for you. What's really important is that we spend time with people who like us and care about us. Doing the opposite of that dents our self-esteem. So it's important, secondly, that we ignore and stay away from people who put us down or treat us badly. That's not always easy to do, but it's really, really important. Our relationships are what build our self-esteem and confidence too, okay? Not just what we say to ourselves in our head. So it's important we surround ourselves with what I call good eggs. Things that you enjoy and that make you feel good, okay, whether that's painting, singing, playing football, rugby, being with friends. Do things that you're good at. Try to find the stuff that you know you can do well and try to do your best at it so that you excel and you can feel proud of yourself. And that could be a hobby, it could be a passion that you have, but try to find that. Also, I think it's important that we do reward ourselves for our successes. If we've worked hard at something, we've done something well, that we give ourselves that wee reward, that pat on the back. It might not always have to be something to do with money or a gift, but we do something for ourselves. And I think as well, we enhance our self-esteem if we develop our talents and skills. If I can see myself, for example, getting better at my drawing, my artwork, which I've loved for years, and I'm not brilliant at it, that's not the point. The point is that I love to do it. And at the end of it, I can see that I've worked hard at something, and I've produced something, and I've developed my skills. I'm getting better at it all the time. Be your own best friend. Treat yourself well with kindness and compassion, doing things that are good for you. Don't go down the route of doing things that you know harm you. And also make choices for yourself. Think about the pros and cons of the things that you're going to do, the decisions you're making, and don't let others be in control of you or make those choices for you. If you're worried about a choice you've got to make and you need help to make that choice, ask a trusted adult to help you. Take responsibility for yourself as well. If you make a decision to do something and it goes wrong, then the best thing to do is you face up to that and you apologize if you need to. You put things right. That increases our self-esteem. Trying to do what we believe to be right is also important. If I don't do this, then I'll end up feeling stressed and anxious because this has a level of dissonance for me. I don't feel comfortable. So being true to yourself and what you believe is really, really important, as is, of course, respecting other people. If you know that you're treating other people with respect and kindness, this will increase your self-esteem. Set goals as well and make sure that you work towards achieving them. And don't beat yourself up when you get it wrong. So we talked about SMART targets before. And I think it's really important. Those small steps to meeting our goals are really, really important. And, you know, if we get it wrong, we get it wrong. We can learn from those mistakes. And this will increase our levels of self-esteem and confidence overall. And a key to self-esteem is boosting positive emotions. And we've talked about this before. There are many ways of doing this: affirmations, mindfulness, lots of different strategies and tools that I've presented in this series. These can be placed, in my view, now under 3 headings, and I call this ACT. So we can engage in active ones to boost self-esteem, calming ones, and thinking ones. So the active ones might be physical exercise, running, swimming, singing. The calming ones could be mindfulness, relaxation strategies. The thinking ones generally are around challenging our negative thoughts. And we've talked about this a lot. We've had a couple of sessions making reference to this. So it might be useful for you to now think, what do you do for each one of those active, calming, and thinking keys to self-esteem? Boosting positive emotions. What are your ACT activities? So think about these, jot them down, maybe keep an ACT diary for a week so you can work out what worked well, what didn't work quite so well, what made you feel better, more confident, what you think boosted your self-esteem and well-being. So again, it's about creating your toolbox, and I really hope this has been a useful, practical session, and maybe you can go away and start to build up your ACT diary now. And you'll find reference to this in the Recovery Toolbox of Wellbeing. So I hope that this is helpful, and please do join me for the last session in this series, which comes next very, very shortly. Bye.